Ohio State kicks off the school year with Welcome Week.
New beverages making their way to Ohio Stadium.
And the band prepares for an international performance.
That's all right here on Buckeye News Now. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Ariana Bernard.
And I'm Amanda Vaughn. You're watching Buckeye News Now.
We are going to start off this episode of BNN with some breaking news. Ohio State sophomore wide receiver Noah Brown suffered a left leg injury on Wednesday, according to an OSU press release. Brown will have surgery on Thursday at the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. He's expected to have a full recovery, but he will miss the entire 2015 season. Last year began in a similar fashion for the Bucs with a season-ending injury when then-senior quarterback Braxton Miller suffered from a shoulder injury. For more on this story and for future updates, stay tuned into Lantern TV and visit thelantern.com.
Students are back on campus, and over the last week, the Office of Student Life held various events to welcome everyone back. From move-in day to Buckeye Frenzy, I was there to experience all of the excitement and bring you an inside look.
The 2015 Welcome Week kicked off on Saturday with student move-in. The Ohio State Welcome Leaders, or OWLs, helped both new and returning students move into the residence halls all across campus. On Sunday, over 700 student organizations gathered on the Oval for the Involvement Fair. Students took the fair as an opportunity to make themselves more well-rounded by getting involved.
I figured it was a great way to get really involved in campus, and I was looking for something more than just the classroom, which is why I even picked Ohio State, because I want to really be all-rounded and experience different things.
Students gathered in and around the RPAC for Buckeye Frenzy to enjoy samples from local and national businesses on Monday afternoon. Overall, some saw Welcome Week as the first step in the right direction for future goals.
It's such a big school, and I want to meet people and get involved in things that will help me get to where I want to be.
Even though Welcome Week activities are officially over, stay tuned to Buckeye News Now next week to find out what the Office of Student Life is doing to help students transition easier into college. For Lantern TV, I'm Amanda Vaughn.
Undergraduate student government has been hard at work over the summer bringing new and exciting things to Ohio State. I sat down with President Abby Grossman and Vice President Abby Weidlich earlier this week to discuss projects they have been working on and their advice for the class of 2019.
So one of the biggest initiatives that USG has been working on for the last almost 2 years even is finally being launched next Wednesday, which is the University Bike Share System. So it's the first time that students are now able to rent bikes on campus, get to point A to point B, from class to class, whether they want to go to on campus, off campus. There's a lot of possibilities, and it's only $35 per student.
Freshmen only have 4 short years here. It goes by so fast. What advice do you have for them to take full advantage of their time here?
Yeah, so I can't stress it enough how quickly the 4 years that you have here at Ohio State, or sometimes more than 4 years, go. And it is truly remarkable the amount of resources and organizations and intelligent people and academics that we have here at Ohio State. So get involved in something that you wouldn't necessarily get involved in high school, and go outside of your comfort zone, because that's how I got to where I am, and I can definitely look back on my college experience and know that I made the most out of it.
For the full interview with Abby and Abby, visit thelantern.com and click on campus.
The entire freshman class gathered on Monday at the Schottenstein Center to be officially welcomed to Ohio State during the President's Convocation. This is one of the only times the class of 2019 will gather as a whole before commencement. I was there to catch all of the action, as well as President Drake's second annual Selfie with the Students.
On Monday morning, the freshman class gathered in the Schott for the annual President's Convocation, which helped some students feel more welcome on campus.
Convocation was an incredible experience, and it allowed me to just experience all the energy at Ohio State, and it was really cool to sit down with our whole class, because I know not all of us will be in the same situation again, so very eye-opening and fun.
The marching band and the men's glee club both performed for the crowd. The event was filled with advice for the class of 2019 from USG President Abby Grossman, Executive Vice President and Provost Joseph Steinmetz, and many others.
But I hope for by this time next year that you've stretched yourself a bit and taken something outside of your comfort zone.
Dr. Drake, on the other hand, took a more lighthearted approach, opting to change out of his traditional robes for a new to OSU t-shirt, before choosing to take a selfie with the freshmen. a choice that some students really enjoyed.
I thought it was very interesting. I like to hear Dr. Drake talk to all of us and welcome us in. It was so overwhelming though, because you look around and there's no empty seats. Our class is that big.
We know it's going to be a great journey together. I'm really excited to get a chance to welcome all of you to The Ohio State University. And let me finish by saying, go Bucks!
Convocation concluded in true Ohio State style with everyone singing Carmen, Ohio. For Lantern TV, I'm Amanda Vaughn.
As football season is about to kick off, the Ohio State Marching Band has been in full swing rehearsing for upcoming performances. In May, the university hired Christopher Hoke to serve as interim marching and athletic band director. Hoke has 15 years of experience teaching music in high school and college bands, as well as music ensemble programs, according to an OSU press release. The band's former director, Jonathan Waters, was fired in July of 2014 after an OSU investigation found a sexualized culture within the band. The university plans to resume its search for a permanent director at the end of this upcoming season.
Looking ahead into the fall, the band is also preparing for a performance in London on October 25th. The band is scheduled to perform at Wembley Stadium before kickoff of the Buffalo Bills versus Jacksonville Jaguars football game, according to an OSU press release. This will be the first performance abroad in the history of the band.
Coming up on Buckeye News Now.
A new restaurant opens on High Street.
And will fans be able to enjoy a beer at the Shoe this football season?
Stay with us.
A new study occurring at the Shoe this football season is bringing changes in the selection of beverages some fans can choose from. Select areas of Ohio Stadium will allow fans of legal drinking age to enjoy beer or wine during football games. I spoke with Chair of the Athletic Department Finance and Facilities Committee, Jack Miner, to bring you more information on alcohol making its way into the Shoe. Football games at Ohio Stadium regularly begin with tailgates involving food and alcohol outside of the Shoe.
Let's go Bucks! Let's go Bucks!
But this season, football goers can purchase beer and wine on a limited basis inside of Ohio Stadium as part of a study to test the effects of alcohol sales. For the purposes of this study, during the 2015-2016 football season, alcohol will only be sold in the club level and suites of the Shoe, but it will serve approximately 4,000 people. The study will serve as data to help in the decision of whether or not to continue the sale of alcohol throughout the entire stadium.
We're looking at a couple of different things when we study it here. So one, it's what are the logistic pieces related to it, so thinking about what's the growth opportunity, but it's also kind of thinking about the culture. So what kind of issues are we seeing? Are we able to work with our vendor to know that we're able to do this responsibly?
Safety and the trend of binge drinking before games will also be looked at during the one-year-long study.
People will chug before they go into the stadium. Some of the other schools that we've talked to and some of the other studies that we looked at saw vast differences in how that reaction happened. So once they started serving in the stadium, the consumption right before a game would start went down drastically.
Some students believe the sale of alcohol within the Shoe will be beneficial.
This will avoid people trying to sneak in alcohol through the Shoe, which causes more kinds of problems. So I think that the overall result will be beneficial.
I think it could bring in some revenue for the school, and it works very well in professional stadiums, so I assume it being implemented in college stadiums, I don't think it'll be any different. I think it'll work out.
Reporting for Lantern TV, I'm Ariana Bernard.
You can find almost any type of food on High Street, and now there's one more option to add to the list. BB Bop Asian Grill has opened their 6th location across from the Ohio Union. The fast casual dining style will be familiar to fans of Chipotle, except with a Korean twist. We've been experiencing fall-like temperatures the past few days, despite having recent temperatures in the upper 80s.
Our meteorologist John Bangoff joins us now to tell us if these chilly temperatures are going to continue. John?
Ariana, unfortunately going to warm up again this weekend, but man, have these fall days been nice. Welcome back, Buckeyes. I'm meteorologist John Banghoff, and we can expect a couple more really nice days coming up. Only getting up to about 76 degrees today. Feels like September more than August. We're going to be partly cloudy this afternoon. A few passing clouds. The sunshine's going to feel nice and warm, but all in all, very comfortable. May even need a sweatshirt as you start out your day on Friday, getting down to a low of 56 degrees. And then Friday, just a little bit warmer, 81 degrees. Average high this time of year is about 85, so we're still well below that. It is going to feel a touch warmer in the afternoon, maybe going to start sweating a little bit, but still cooler than it normally is. Through the weekend, we continue to turn up that thermometer. 84 degrees for today on Saturday, partly sunny skies, more clouds moving in. It is going to feel a little more humid as well, more moisture out ahead of a system that could bring us a chance for rain on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, all the way up to 84 degrees. Once again, there is a slight chance of some thunderstorms, and again, that humidity is going to be on the rise, only getting down to 66 degrees by your Monday morning, and then Monday, another warmer one, 87 degrees. It is going to feel downright hot and humid compared to what we've had, but all in all, enjoy these nice couple fall days we have left. I'm meteorologist John Banghoff. Back to you guys in the studio.
Heisman Trophy winner Troy Smith sat down with Lantern TV this week to discuss Buckeye football and if he thinks the Bucks can win the national championship again this year.
I want nothing but the best. I'm thinking about nothing but the best, so I'm thinking championship or bust. You know, when you create this type of atmosphere, this is what you get. I don't think we should cry or be any type of other way in thinking. We've got the right coach, we've got the right staff, we've got tremendous talent through and through across the board, so we should only be thinking about championships and nothing less.
That's all we have for you on this episode of Buckeye News Now.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.